I think that for those who have no relationship to guns, like I had, they would discover that, like anything, it's just about getting used to it. And the question is, what are we comfortable with getting used to? So the subject of guns is obviously a provocative, sensitive topic. The side that are pro-gun control often only talk to each other and have likely never met a gun owner. And that's certainly who I was before I set about this project. Growing up in the UK, guns just weren't part of the conversation. I can't think of another advanced country in the world where you would find so many young people with access to guns. It's an obsession. It's part of the fabric of American life. These pictures are a reflection of that. We spent 18 months. We traveled all over the country, from an hour outside of New York to Texas, Montana, Ohio, Missouri, Florida. We tracked down kids who were in the top 10 shooters in their state. In different categories of firearms. Every time I took a picture of someone, their gun could never be loaded. It could never be pointed at me. It had to either be pointed in the air or at the ground. Often they had to have safety caps or zip ties around the triggers. And the real eye-opener was that it's all very mainstream. During the research period for this project, I became a father for the first time to a girl, and seeing young women shooting guns and how they interact with their fathers became something very interesting for me. One of the most interesting young women was Katie Francis. Katie takes part in a shooting competition called 3-Gun. Everyone is required to shoot a handgun, a shotgun, and a rifle, which is an AR-15. And she handles all 3 guns with a level of skill that I would have only expected to have seen someone in the military possess. There's something alarming about seeing someone so young have such capabilities, and alarming about seeing her father encourage those things. Yet there's also something wonderful about seeing the bond that she has with her father. It's often the duty of photographers to break stereotypes with their work. It's human nature to enjoy looking at a photograph of a healthy child or teenager smiling and feeling great about who they are and having confidence in something that they're good at. But at the same time, this teenager's holding a gun. There are 2 very interesting sides to every portrait in this project that I think can provoke people in many different ways. Were I shooting 30 years ago, I would have chosen a subculture like skateboarding, high school football, or even graffiti. It's a culture and a growing community that are being marketed to. There's an enormous amount of promotion and support, which leads to more interest and growth. Even though this country has had access to guns for a long time, I don't know if it's ever been at a point where it's normalizing so quickly. And embedding itself in not just American culture, but particularly youth culture. I strongly believe that American gun owners are never going to give up their guns. It's just not possible. There are too many legally owned guns out there. In this project, I have photographs of 250 young Americans who will be the responsible gun owners of the future. It's about young Americans getting together on both sides of that argument and just simply having a discussion. But that discussion has to change because it's certainly not happening.